Alright, I don't think I'm really going to get many signs of that feral. Maybe not yet. Yeah, who knows, maybe it'll show up once I drive in. But alright, a successful run for my materials. Perfect. More parts. Building foundation is like, it's almost like a rush in the beginning because I want to think that things pick up, like, naturally. More ferals, juggernauts, just, like, the overall difficulty. So getting my stuff built early is going to be very important. So there we go, we got our infirmary. And once that's up, which should be in, like, what, like a minute? And I actually didn't see the building time. Alright, food is looking pretty bad. So now I think this is where I'm going to try to... Oh, yeah, there we go. Find our food rucksack. Usually I like to save those for later. But, I think just might be appropriate. Being in the red is not good for morale. Okay, yep, that feral's still there. Alright. Yeah, I don't even know where he is. He's not following me, though. Nice driving. Alright, here we go, here we go. Alright, there we go. Maybe get a couple more stealth kills. Oh, that's not a stealth kill, never mind. That wasn't supposed to happen. Alright, there we go. Every little bit counts. I'm trying to get this bad boy up as fast as possible. So food outposts are going to be my priority right now. Hopefully I can also find a food rucksack in here, which, I mean, should be likely. Not a whole lot of influence, but it's still early game. Anything else that we do find? Okay, well, that's... Alright, that wasn't fun. Parts, alright, there's got to be at least one food rucksack then. Wow. Alright, so no food rucksacks, but at least we have a food outpost, which is good for 2 units, and now that puts us in the yellow. Now, don't be, like, misled by the morale in the beginning. Yeah, you're always going to start off depressed. I think it's almost inevitable, unless you end up with some amazing character trait that has you just be happy about being in the lethal zone or something, but... later on, especially as you get more community members, the morale is going to matter so much more.
No more deadheads around.
Right, a neighboring food spot. This one, come on now, the game can't cheat me this much. There has to be a food rucksack in here. Okay, yeah, you see, look at this. More of those tiny amounts of crafting parts. And I don't hate them, but, I mean, of course, there are priorities right now. But still, they're useful, and I will collect as many of those as I can. And I'm surprised that Feral has not caught up to me. That's interesting. But you know what, I'm not going to complain. I don't even have anything for a plague cure yet, which I'm still, like, thinking about. Alright, cool. We got our food rucksack. No way we're going to have a second one. There's probably not going to be one in here, that's for sure. Maybe pills or something.
This place is empty. Time to go.
Firecrackers, not bad. I don't mind firecrackers. I can kind of use them almost like actual, like, Molotovs, if, well, that depends on how you use them. But it's good as, like, a last resort if you don't have any throwable fire. But you're going to need more than one for it to really be effective. Alright, finally. This is going to be our first nightfall, so this should be interesting. Alright, and then there we go. That's another ammo container, just in case I might need it. And still no plague samples. At least, you know, the good thing about nighttime, there's a lot more Zeds around. So trying to find those plague samples off of the plague Zeds is going to be just a little bit easier. More bolts. I don't mind. Firearm would have... You know what? Actually, you know what? Yeah. You know what? Bolts are probably the best thing I can find right now, because I'm not trying to use my firearm at nighttime. Perfect! And another car. That one will have to come back for. Alright, awesome. Just another 3 stars and still no plague samples. And of course, now with my crossbow, hopefully I should increase the odds of that. Yeah, the garden we are a ways away from. We can do without it for now, but I will have to get on that real soon. And let me just see what I can find. Anything.
Hey, this is neat.
Alright, I don't mind the tradable items. That first group that's trying to contact me. Oh, jeez. Wow. That was just bad. Oh. It's alright, guys. Maybe I'm just a little bit rusty, but it's alright. It's okay. Oh, look at that. We can still recover one of them. And the second one is gone. That's okay.
Check that box on the to-do list.
Alright, awesome. We got our infirmary. And more tradable stuff. I really don't mind finding this stuff right now because I don't think I have enough influence for a second outpost. I think the lowest they will go for is like maybe 250. Alright, there we go. See, I can get headshots on moving targets. But still, no plague samples. Look at that. Speak of the devil, finally. Nice. Well, yeah, our car is not too far away. I almost forgot about it, but don't want to abuse my gas right now. That's mine. Thank you. Jeez, I'm actually lucky I found this many bolts to start off with. I don't even know if that's really common, but they're coming in real handy right now. Now, I always try to search these boxes as much as possible, only so I can build up my scraps of circuitry. Not that that worked out this time, still just got the crafting parts, but again, I don't really mind finding those. Still nothing. Well, I guess we're sort of working on our shooting skill. But I mean, we can't even fit anything else in our pockets anyway, so, yeah, let's just take off. Alrighty, our first set of survivors. Now, these are the guys I think that are always, asking for, like, a number of plague samples or something like that. Yep, these guys. Do not fall into this trap, honestly. Even if I did have enough right now, I would not give it to them. I'm waiting to craft my first plague cure before I actually give away any samples. As I said before, I have fallen into that trap of giving away my first set of plague samples, and it was that exact amount that would have saved my survivor from dying. Now, don't feel afraid about leaving this mission alone. These guys don't get pissed off and say, hey, why aren't you helping us out? It literally stays there for days on end until you're ready, so, you know, keep that in mind for yourself. And once I create my first plague cure, then I'll consider giving them some. But right now, absolutely not. Oh wow, I didn't even sell any of that stuff to them. Oh my gosh, that would have came in useful. Whatever, we can always head back, we'll be fine. That is so annoying. Honestly, the most annoying part about, like, regular Zeds is that almost all of them scream. And noise at nighttime is really not the best thing, although the saturation doesn't seem to be ridiculous right now. So I think we're doing alright. Plus, I mean, I got 3 more people here, so even if there is like a giant attack, they'll be here to help me out.
Let's help each other out. I'm on board with that. There's a horde out here.
Oh, there we go. Now, if I were by myself, I would probably have to consider actually running away. Maybe. There we go, get more of those stealth kills.
You ready to do this? Yeah.
Alright, there you go. That's really not a whole lot of influence, but every bit counts right now. Molotovs? I mean, fire is always useful to have in the beginning. Yeah, just in case, just in case. Perfect time if you're ever, like, cornered by a crowd, have some kind of fire on hand if you can. In fact, I'm actually going to be buying, I would say, a good number of my incendiaries and explosives. A lot of the enclaves do carry those things rather frequently. Crafting your own can be extremely expensive in the lethal zone. I also do like to buy gas from them as well. Now, yes, gas is not the hardest thing to find, but it's also not exactly the most prevalent. A lot of the question-marked buildings will have, like, you know, small gas containers. They don't always have gas. A lot of times they do have parts, but it's a good roll to die. In this car, I'm just going to fuel up now. Full run, I'm ready to bring it back to base. Because, yes, I definitely plan on using it. I think it has good performance. Nice trunk space, too. More than this one, anyway. Yes, it's always nice to have 2 cars, because, I mean, any car you find in the lethal zone is in rough condition. So, I mean, a good few crashes and they're pretty much gone. Nice to have a second one just in case. Alright, still going for any plague sets that we can. Because those plague samples, I really need to have them first. And I'm really surprised, still no ferals yet. Only that one that was, by that military outpost. But even that one didn't come chasing after me. But I bet he's probably still around there.
Look alive, kids. We got a bloater here. That's all for now.
Alright, now I'm pretty familiar with this area, but you never know. Might be some spots I might need to check out. Now that's interesting. I didn't even realize I can get cardio from sliding down a ladder, but I mean, hey, that might be a good way to build up some cardio, possibly. Now, I just got to get it all the way up to specialization, which shouldn't take too long. What would really suck is if I actually build up my wits and I don't even have stealth as an option. That's one of the first skills I'd like to have. Alright, that feral's probably around here. Yep, I hear him. Typically, oh yeah, I hear him. There we go. He's got to be behind me. Yeah. Alright. So there we go, we got our first feral. Let's see what we got. And a bloater. Okay. Let's not give ourselves blood plague. There we go. Oh shit, I'm already getting tired.
Hey, kiddo. I'm back.
There we go. Now, that strategy I find usually works really well on single ferals, where you just use the single strike without transitioning into a series of follow-up strikes. Because then I find the feral just kind of like, the AI automatically makes it dodge much more frequently, and you get opened up to a counterattack as well, in case you get locked into the animation. So the single strike, while, you know, constantly moving forward should typically keep him stunned. And you can get an easy kill like that in a single feral. But it's not 100%. However, it does, for the most part, it does work for me. Alright, there we go. Not bad for our first feral. And Homeboy is getting tired. Unfortunately, we could not get our stealth all the way up, and cardio is still at 5 stars. And that's okay. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Someone else will take that fire.
I hope nothing heard that.
Yeah, pretty much, like a lot of the starting items, I just kind of have them as communal. Typically, I have every survivor with their own set of, like, health and stamina stimulants, but this early, they kind of have to share them at this point. Alright, Jules, let's see what you got. Alright, a shotty. Yeah, we're gonna need the shotgun ammo. Okay, cool. She's got her own meds and stimulants. Let's consider venturing out, maybe. Oh. Yeah, I think we can go for that car, actually. Might be a bit dangerous, but I think I should be fine.
That is one nasty screamer.
Okay, I actually don't see that screamer. Yeah, I think we're definitely forgetting something. Something that's almost paramount to navigating at nighttime. We left it on our old guy. Alright, we'll take the bolts, and then we'll go to his inventory. So yeah, the crossbow, definitely a communal item. Until we can find enough that everyone can just kind of have their own, or have multiple. The one thing I like about this crossbow, I was actually lucky enough somehow to find this one, it's only 1 pound. Typically they're like anywhere between 9 and I think 13 pounds or so, which is a lot to carry around. And it's quite the disadvantage for one who has marathon, because you always want to be traveling light, and it's kind of hard to do that with the backpack and, you know, firearm and other things that you might need. Man, I still only have 1 plague sample. This is ridiculous, man. Like, blood plague literally at this point is a death sentence. Man, for nighttime, this is pretty tame. Like, there's typically, like, just, like, these dangerous hordes and such, but, I mean, I don't know, maybe there is a thing about, the beginning, how the game kind of takes it easy on you. Although I would have expected more ferals. But again, I'm not exactly complaining. That car up there now has gas in it, so I can use that one for now. And there's more trunk space for anything I do find. We still don't have a second outpost. Okay, we got a plague heart. Perhaps I can snag some plague samples from here without drawing too much of a crowd. Still nothing. Come on. Alright, 0 for 4. Nice. You know what, but I'm I'm just glad I can pick up my bolts, because it's very easy to run out of these things. Man, finally our first cardio star. This is going to take a while. Jeez, I hope whatever survivor group I befriend, or ally anyway, they give me some kind of like experience boost or something. Because surviving with these low tier skills is not going to be fun. But I do eventually plan on getting a red talent agent, as I would recommend in any of my base guides, or my lethal base guide. Oh, finally a second one, jeez. But we're not giving it up. Those guys can suck an egg for now. But yeah, I do plan on getting a red talent agent, one with the foraging skill. That way they can, I believe what they help with is food, which is important, and I believe they supply meds. I'm not sure, I'll have to look at the skill again. But I think that's the one that I recommended. However, I know that people have their own opinions about that one. But so far, it has been successful for me. Alright, let's see what we can find there. I know that's, that should be a spot full of incomplete houses, which are gold mines for finding materials. Ah, shit, that's not good. It's like there's always some, like, mandatory bloater every time those guys scream. Now, he exploded somehow, but always watch your back when you hear those guys scream, because bloaters just always seem to spawn as soon as they scream. And I've had really bad days where a screamer screams, I run the other way without looking in front of me, and run straight into a bloater. Not fun. But seems like that one just kind of decided to commit suicide for whatever reason. Man, look at this bolt recovery, man. I really can't complain right now, jeez. Alright, still no plague samples. But you know what, this is a good amount of stealth kills. Jeez, is that our first horde? Look at this. This is very tame. I don't even think we've seen a horde yet, actually. Oh, which one, which one? Nope, nope, nope. Armored one, yeah. Alright, success. Now, depending on which groupings, or what kind of Zeds you take out, you should get, like, a small morale boost. It could be anywhere between, like, maybe 1 and 3, or maybe 1 and 5. I'm not sure what the numbers are, but, like, defeating a Juggernaut, of course, would have the highest. Taking out a Feral would be, I don't know. That it does give you a morale boost. For regular freaks, I don't think so, but a horde, I think, also will give a morale boost for a short period of time. But it's very insignificant.
Okay, nothing more to see here.
Alright, that screamer. Hopefully he doesn't actually, like, notice I'm up here. I don't want to come down the ladder, then all of a sudden there's a horde at my feet. Now, I don't want to slide down these ladders, because I'm not sure, even though, sure, that is, like, the sprinting version of interacting with ladders. Okay, he didn't hear me, good. Because I noticed screamers have pretty good hearing. Like, much better than the regular Zeds, anyway. Although, ironically, I find it a bit, like, strange that you can stealth kill a Zed, you know, making all the grunting noises and whatever, and they still won't hear you, even though you're, like, literally a centimeter away from them. So we got our first infestation. With a Molotov, it's a young infestation, so I think we should be okay. Should be the standard. 6 Zeds, 1 Screamer. Not difficult. If they scream, then, you know, then we might have a problem, but I'm confident that I can handle that one. There you go, another bolt recovered. Jeez.
I don't want to be near that bloater when it pops.
Oh man, all that and only 1 shooting star so far. honestly, the skill building in the lethal zone is a drag. But I mean, it's lethal zone. I can't complain, right? Now, my driving, even with, like, I think there was supposed to be some kind of a patch earlier, or like a, I don't know, a fix of some sort, where the rendering is not, like, broken anymore. I've had too many experiences after that would suggest otherwise. I still drive as though, you know, like I have a tester right beside me. Especially with the condition my vehicles are in, I'm not trying to make any unnecessary crashes with Zeds. These cars are valuable, and I don't think I've even seen a single repair... Well, no, of course I haven't seen a single repair kit. One thing to always look out for, these buildings, the one that I just shown on the map, usually they will have skill textbooks in them. Very important. I didn't even look at the skills of those other survivors, actually. That might be a good idea later on. Because we will have to have more people, and I do look for a specific set of skills. And it's good to either have the textbook or grab someone who just has that skill already there. Alright, so we already got good wits. Alright. So we shouldn't be going too far with her. Or wouldn't have to go too far with her. Excellent. Jules, you're awesome. Let's see what textbooks we can find, though.
This might be useful.
Chemistry? Maybe. I don't really employ chemists, but it's always a good option to have. I don't know where this campaign might lead me, but with my preset plan, I don't think I'll be using it. But still, keep it nonetheless. Oh wait, why am I saying chemistry? Jeez, that was medicine. Wow. But again, same story. In the lethal zone, I don't, wouldn't say that I really employ medicine much, actually. Still, you never know. I'll keep it anyway. Ammo, always useful. Not that I can carry it right now. Maybe we can, yeah, we'll get rid of that. We don't need it right now. Although, spare, melee weapons are a good means of getting parts, you know, when you salvage them. Just in case, you never know. Alright, and now after being sidetracked, we can go drop off. Or not drop off, now we can go take care of this infestation. Don't get too close, not too close. There we go, that tried and true method. Always back into your Zeds. Do not take them head on. First infestation. Shouldn't be hard at all. You should be able to just do this with maybe like one throw for good. Maybe. Always look for the screamer first though, because you never know. There we go. Alright, you can throw it like right at the window, I guess. Okay, subpar. Maybe we can handle the 3. Oh, that hurt. Okay. Man, the bites do an insane amount of damage. When it comes to plague Zeds, that's almost a death sentence if your plague infection is high enough. I think they give you about maybe like 55% plague infection with a single bite. Yeah, we can use a spare weapon just in case. Personally, I favor bladed weapons over like the blunt ones. Alright, this is another one of those buildings that I think should have a textbook inside, maybe. But, I mean, we don't even have the space in our pockets for anything right now. And we still don't have enough influence to claim a second food outpost, which we actually really need. Each survivor consumes, I believe, what is it, 2 units of food? Yeah. Another bladed item.
Already got all I can
It's
handle.
got higher lethality, whatever. No food. Alright. Now, the point I eventually try to reach is not having to depend on my environment for food. Like, that's honestly priority one, to get that thing into a surplus each day.
I need a break. I can't keep this up.
Alright, first infestation complete, no problem. We were alright, even with the amount of fighting that we had to do for the last few. I mean, it's still day one, sort of. Well, day two now with the nightfall. So yeah, I'm always going to be driving slow no matter what. Now, the thing is, things have changed in that it doesn't happen nearly as much where like a surprise Zed or a surprise bloater will just kind of show up out of nowhere, but it still does kind of happen, just at a much lower rate. Given how fragile we are just at the beginning of our campaign, really, I'm not really trying to take any of those risks right now. Alright, yes. Chemicals. Good to keep those. Still haven't found any more scraps of circuitry. And we're still only at 2 plague samples. It would be nice if the plague freaks at least, like, drop some plague samples. That would be nice. Because the plague Zeds are feeling kind of rare right now.
Be smart.
Oh, alright, there we go. Actually, yeah, no. I do like to have a fuel outpost, only because, I mean, I am driving around now. It would be nice to have a surplus of fuel, but we can't get rid of the food, especially since, you know, daytime's probably going to be coming around real soon. Oh, don't forget the bolts. Yeah, once daytime comes around, we're going to get another subtraction off of our food, and we're going to try to minimize that as much as possible for the time being. Alright, more plague Zeds, more plague Zeds. Am I going to get lucky? Nothing. Alright, let's hope this doesn't turn into a crowd now. Alright, shoot, there we go. Our first bit of plague infection. Still nothing. We're traveling with, like, dangerous health right now. But, like, I don't want to use an entire bandage for, like, that amount. Bandages are actually very effective, I would say, for health. They just, unfortunately, cannot be used as you are running. Yeah, I guess we could venture in that direction. I mean, I'm not really shy about traveling at nighttime, especially since, like, things seem really tame right now. Still, we're only at 1 feral, haven't seen or heard a single juggernaut. Not even a whole lot of hordes walking around. Alright, let's see. There should be another electrical box. I think it's an electrical box. Alright, more parts. It was a good set of parts, but still. I like to have that circuitry down packed. Of course, another locked door. Let's make some noise. And I don't think anybody heard me. Yeah, look at that. This is a question mark shed, and there's a fuel container. Fuel container that has fuel in it. Perfect. So now we can definitely travel a bit further if we need to, and still have enough to make it back home. I guess it might be useful. Those fireworks I'm really not a fan of, because those are literally just for distractions. The throwable ones I at least can use as, like, makeshift fire. I'm definitely going to need those things. The seeds, absolutely, for when we build our first garden. And chemicals, well, naturally. Later on, they're going to come in useful. Alright, extra fuel. Got a good amount of parts coming in. Now, at this point, I think I'm just looking around, like, blindly, just for anything. Ah, god damn it. I hate when that happens. Try to push them away and they get stuck on, like, the environmental stuff. Alright, we're at... Oh, perfect. Alright, at least we got a plague sample out of that. Look at that. Every cloud has a silver lining. Oh, looks like a horde in there. They're making noise.
He ain't alone. Of course.
Stamina's low. This might be a risky situation that I'm in. This could turn bad real quick. Okay, alright. Alright, we'll be alright. Maybe. It's just a couple of them.
God, I am so sick of plague zombies.
Oh, no wonder there's a plague heart nearby. Man, where's all the plague Zeds, man? Watch. Eventually I'm gonna get to a point where it's like there's just way too many freaking Zeds around here. Because I'm just feeling like it's so, like, barren, almost. A few Zeds here and there. I've so far seen, like, just one horde. Oh, wow. Finally, our first star in fighting. For fighting skills, I typically like to go for either swordplay or close combat. Close combat, I would say, just has the best execution. Well, you know what? Swordplay is pretty good with executions, too. But at least for close combat weapons, they don't have any aspect of wear and tear. That's not boring. We need the parts. Those will come in handy, you know, in the near future. But yeah, close combat, yeah, it might not be the most damaging, but I worry about not having to, you know, be out in the open and, you know, thinking, oh snap, I don't even have a good weapon to defend myself, because otherwise every other weapon breaks eventually. And one big no-no of the lethal zone is do not repair your weapons. Honestly, salvage them, do whatever you need to, just don't repair them. It takes, I would say, an exorbitant amount of crafting parts just for a weapon. Which reminds me, yes, I will be going for the Red Talon Workshop as well. I don't like to depend too much on Red Talon. There's just a few key things I take from them, particularly the Red Talon operatives and, what do you call it, the Workshop. Which does passively repair your weapons, but even without it, you can still be perfectly fine. Melee weapons are not exactly difficult to find. And with close combat, I mean, I don't really have a need for them anyway. Alright, let's see, are we gonna get some more? Alright, still nothing. Man, not much progress on the wits.
Oh, fucking tired.
Man, freaks really should drop plague samples, or at least, like, not to say they should drop it every time, but, oh man, why only the plague sets?
Not exactly what I wanted, but...
I mean, it's bad enough that that everything has been given a nerf in terms of how much influence they give you. Ferals, I think, used to give 25, I think. I'm not really sure how it used to be. But now they're only worth 10. It's like there's not even much of an incentive to take them on, other than your own safety, really. It would be nice if they can at least drop, you know, some of those plague samples. Alright, look at that, guys. Day 2. We have survived. Nightfall really was not that bad at all. I was expecting a lot more.
Nothing of use.
I was hoping to find at least, like, a mod in here for a garden or something. like a fertilizer or a compost bin, but I mean, that's rare. Alright, we're getting close to full wits. Just hopefully she actually has stealth in her future. Tradable item. Can't forget those in the beginning, especially if I'm going to get another outpost. Now, driving across this field actually scares me. Ooh, one of those unmarked sheds. Bound to be something good in there. We'll come back for it. I usually find it scary, like driving through fields like this. I just find a lot of things just like to spawn in them. Like surprise bloaters, and as you just heard, a feral. I don't know if he's going to follow me here, but I'm not too worried about him. Alright, get our firearm out just in case he's coming, because I'm not sure. But these guys are armed, we'll be okay, regardless. Oh, no feral? Alright, no problem.
What's up?
You got something for me?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they got new stuff. Well, I don't remember seeing that rifle, or whatever that is, the SMG or machine gun last time. Oh yeah, I think they got different stuff. They got a couple of remote mines too. I might end up buying those later. Definitely not right now, but they will probably come in useful. And an ammo container. I find it funny that you can walk into like a friendly enclave or any enclave's house and just like start looting their stuff. That is surprisingly rare. I'm going to need those rounds later. Hopefully I can actually get my hands on a 50 caliber weapon. That is a necessity. Having at least one 50 caliber weapon in the hands of one of your survivors. Because at one point or another, juggernauts will start charging into the base. And without a proper defense, your community is gone. And I've actually had to rebuild a community from the ground up after a juggernaut literally killed everybody. It was insane. Alright, dropping stuff off. That was a good run. That wasn't a bad run. We found some good stuff.
You're welcome.
Look at that. We're doing okay. Yeah, we gotta go back and check that shed too.